Millions of people are bitten by dogs every year, but what you may not know is the majority of bites, if not all, are actually preventable. Today wraps up National Dog Bite Prevention Week, and this morning our pet vet, Dr. Jennifer Crow, is here to tell us about some simple steps you can take to keep you and your kids safe. Dr. Crow, thank you so much for being here. This is such an important topic. People sometimes think that maybe their dogs are mean if they bite, but that is just so not the case.
It's not. Most bites from dogs are ones that are normal dog behavior. I mean, they're doing something to protect themselves, protect their owners, protect their property. And we have to remember that in order to help prevent these bites.
So how do we prevent them, most importantly?
So most dogs are going to be protecting something that's theirs. So if they're eating, if they're having a treat, you want to leave them alone. Because they're not going to want you to stick your hands near something that's already theirs. Same thing goes for mommy dogs. You know, if she's with her puppies, you want to ask before you reach for those puppies, because some mommy dogs are really protective of their young. There are some bites that really are accidents. You and the dog are playing and you both go to reach for the ball at the same time and you lose. So not all bites are horrible. They're not meant to be mean. 1 in 5 bites will actually require medical attention, but all bites, anything that does break the skin, is considered a bite.
What do we tell our kids? Most importantly, maybe to ask if a dog is friendly or not.
Yes, that's a big key. I mean, when dogs are on their own property, you absolutely want to make sure to ask. Never reach over a fence or through a fence. And if it's a dog that you don't know that's out walking with its owner, ask first. Some of the cutest little dogs are not friendly, and some of the big dogs that might look mean really do like people. So you won't know unless you ask.
If you are bitten, what should you do?
So most importantly, you want to clean up the bite first. You know, you want to take normal precautions with soap and water, and then you want to get in touch with your doctor if you think you do need some medical care, so that you can find out if it's worth a trip to the doctor, or if it's something that, just like a paper cut, is something that you clean up and you watch at home.
Are there any infections you need to specifically worry about with a dog bite?
Rabies is the one thing that we worry about with bites. That's one of the reasons that we vaccinate our pets, is so that they're not the reason that we are getting rabies. But any dog that bites, honestly, if they do have rabies, are going to show signs within 10 days. And so it's important that for 10 days following any bite, that you know where your pet is and that they remain healthy.
Dogs, just like people, can be protective, especially with puppies. That's something to watch out for.
It is. Mama dogs can be protective of their puppies, and it is okay to touch puppies. It's an old wives' tale that mom won't take them back. So you definitely can touch puppies, but again, you want to ask the owner, because there are some mommies that, especially when they're in their own little personal space, don't want you to reach for those puppies, but when they're out playing are completely fine.
What would be your best piece of advice as we close this out and closing this week out for adults and maybe their kids to prevent this?
It's important to train your dogs to be social, but it is important to train your kids as well as keeping those bits of information fresh in your mind. Because again, most bites are completely preventable if we remember that, you know, dogs have protective mechanisms just like we do. There's just involved teeth.
All right, Dr. Crow, thank you so much. They sure do involve teeth, but so many of our dogs are just fine, and if it happens, get it taken care of. Dr. Crow, thank you so much for being here. We always appreciate it.